And we are back on another Saturday. I almost said Sunday because we were just talking about Sunday, but yeah, we're here for another Saturday. And we got our 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hopefully everybody stayed safe. Oh, it should all be on there. Well, they have flags. They have a lot of flags. You know what? I just typed in :flag, and then I got a whole bunch of flags. Maybe U.S. Here we go. Let's see if that actually does it. Oh, I didn't see a firework go off. Did I not? Oh, you know what? No. Let's try. Let me try refreshing the page cache. Oh, I see it going up now. Okay, so let's try that again. Oh, you know what? That must not be like a normal emote. Is it? I wonder why this chatty app was letting me do that then. Yeah, maybe. So it's weird, like, so the icons in or like the emotes and stuff like that are in the in Twitch, like there's things that you can do to like add like your own emotes to it, and I think that part of it is that I have no idea. That was one of those ones where I was curious about what it takes. I think you also have to be at a certain standing, which we're. There we go. That's lots of fireworks. So where were we? We were still in adventure. We had the bat. That's right. And then we found that the system was slowing down. And then we said, why is that happening? And then alien invade. I forgot. The dragon was getting was causing the whole system to slow down. Yeah, and I can't remember where we were at with that exactly, because I think we had a wait that we were doing. Let's try see. Let's see where this stands though. Because I think. Oh, that'd be craziness. So it's still herky. Whew. Like you also get like some weird. But and see, and this one is because that's right, because we had the two different dragons. Because remember that part of the problem was that the green dragon is fine, is not as bad because it's in the one room. And so when you get out of that room, you're now back to normal because the green dragon stops doing its processing. The golden dragon, though, holy moly, it's even slower. Oh, you know what? Because we didn't update the golden dragon, we just messed with the green dragon. But you can see like how bad it is. But now it's slow the entire time because the golden dragon continues to track on you once it's been turned on. I think the bat was. Oh, you know what? I think the bat might be. The bat's still doing all the. No, because that's only on the change room that we're even doing this, to try to drive it somewhere. I don't know, let's see. What if we do this? Yeah, I'm with you. It's starting to go slow again. Hold on, let's try one more thing, because the bat itself has... Oh no, it doesn't do anything, it just points. Why didn't we notice it? What? It feels like something must have changed recently that's causing it. Excuse me, I got a little something in my throat. Yeah. Just trying to think of let's try this one maybe, because this is something that we added for the golden dragon. Though I was thinking it was for the bat, but it was for the dragon. This was the mirror of the adventurer, so we could have it go to the spot to try to get to the player. It couldn't have been this slow then. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like this. It just couldn't have been. Well, the stuff that we did for the green dragon is significantly better than the yellow. I know. So what did we change? What was it that we were addressing here? Because I feel like this here is what's moving it. Let's look at the green dragon. That's what we did, right? So we added this this counter in here, so we weren't moving it as frequently. So we were trying to reduce the speed of this loop versus we were letting the loop run, but we weren't trying to the point towards is ridiculously expensive. All right, so let's try doing something similar on this one and see if that fixes the overall thing. So we need to go, and we're going to add a variable. Let's do GDMI. Oh, green dragon and gold dragon, they both start with G. Let's do this just to... Actually, I think these are local to the sprite, so I think we can keep it. So we'll do that. We need to set that outside of here. So we want it to point the first time in. Actually, it doesn't even matter. We can just leave it at 0. And just have it move whatever direction it's already pointing. Because it's going to change within fractions. And And then we're going to need another option here to set GDMI back to 0. And we need to change it down here by 1. And then we need an if statement. We need it if with an operator saying if it's greater than, we're doing 20 for the other one. We'll try that one here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to need to do. And I put this back out here. Oh, no, back out here. So, yeah, so when it gets into the if, we want it to bang it back down to 0. Well, we always increment it each time. Yeah. And it only does this while it's inside, while it's actually chasing or in the room. So let's see if that actually improves it, because there was a reasonable amount of improvement from the Gold Dragon. So it's definitely way better. I mean, it's just you could see whenever it changes to point towards, it slows down. I feel like when it must just be it's expensive enough. Yeah. Do you think? You know what I'm concerned about now that I'm thinking on it? We do that inside of each one of these. So we're doing it, we have that tracer, and we have the green dragon both doing point towards. Oh, no, we don't, because we're just doing a go-to. Right, that's right. Man, what's the right answer? That's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, clearly the math is what's slowing this down, because it's got to have that built into it. Definitely not going to run faster in a block. I think we'll just have to leave it as is. I think when we did it with, yeah. Yeah. Oh, did I turn the bat off? It's still off. Now. It's better. Yeah. Oh, it's way slower than the game. The other part in the game too is the dragon's actually faster, because like you're not able to avoid it that easily. I don't know. I don't know. For they can't hear you. Oh, try saying something. What the heck is going on? We didn't do a sound check for you. Yeah, why would that be happening? I don't even see Skype in here. Hold on a second. I think I may know what the problem is. All right, let me see. Try talking now.
Hello,
we go.
hello.
There we are. We got you back.
All right, cool. I can hear the music now too.
I know, and the
Checked
music's
that before.
much louder.
So, hello everybody. I know you've been missing my commentary here.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, nothing too important.
Just kidding. Let me try adjusting here. Right. Yeah, I think something must have. I should have realized something weird was going on when.
Yeah. Ooh, and Pretzel got real loud.
Yeah, I was trying to. On Pretzel, I literally had it at 1%. I adjusted it to 3%, and that's when it got too loud. So I'm trying to adjust it here so it's easier to manage.
Right, the sort of like the master volume, I guess that is. But
yeah.
All right, great. So it feels good to be heard.
No one can hear you. A little bit more. Who's it that let you know?
My mom.
Oh. Ah, she's so sweet.
It's the other person that watches our stream besides us.
Well, the part that's weird is I don't see anybody else on except for us. That's
well, she goes on through the TV, so it comes on anonymously.
Ah, I didn't know that it did it that way.
Yeah, so by that thinking, yeah, she has logged on other devices where she can actually, like, she has an identity, but a lot of times that when she logs on, it doesn't show up. So it makes me think, like, how many people are watching us that are just like browsing to Twitch,
that aren't in the chat as
well.
Yeah,
because if you just browse to the Twitch channel, you don't log into the chat.
Yeah, it's true. I do like the alien invasion that we got going on now.
I know, right?
They just keep coming. It's crazy.
Do we have it where, like, you can do your individual one and stuff too?
Yeah, the whole thing should be on there. Actually, because you've already done it, it's probably put it on there. Oh, it's interesting. So, maybe it didn't.
Oh, it is working. Yeah, mine worked.
Mine didn't. Excuse me. Oh, there it goes. Oh, you know what? Because I hadn't done it with just an alien. Woo! Ran up.
Oh, there he goes. There goes my guy. Oh yeah. Look at that, right across the screen. Yeah, baby.
It is pretty cool. All right, we're gonna get distracted playing with the
yeah, all right, come on.
That's a different stream. Oh, that's so funny.
I believe him. Look, they stay up there though, so when we get a little quiet, I can make the aliens move.
Yeah, right. All right, so back to now we have both sides of the discussion. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's part of me that thinks that we maybe do need to look at this as like a game loop type of operation.
Yeah, because I don't think it's so demanding as much as just the threading strategy is pretty bad. Like the way, you know what I mean, with the way that I think these block coding programs block a lot of threads, or the way that they try and accomplish that multi-threaded feel is not successful.
Yeah, well, you know what it is, what they're doing, and this is the thing, is that it's actually JavaScript, right? So under the hood, this is all executing as JavaScript, and JavaScript has threading in it. But that threading is, and by threading, what we're talking about is the fact that basically multiple processes all running at the same time together, right? So every time, like, so this click here in this loop runs by itself on a thread, and that thread is executing that loop. And then the idea is that then you go to another spot and there's this forever here, and that's running in another thread. And so each one of our objects here has basically created this forever loop that is executing all the time. So what we end up with is that they all can't run at the exact same time. There's only a limited amount of processing that can happen. And so what they do is it's called time slicing. And it basically gives a little bit of time to this thread and a little bit of time to this thread to let it run a couple of operations in its loop. And then it gives a little bit more to this one and it runs a little bit of operations. And so they aren't all actually running at the exact same time. They're getting a little bit of time slices on it. There are some caveats to that, but generally that's how JavaScript works. And so even though it's a multi-threaded operation, what you're really getting is that these loops are not giving you really a significant benefit. So because you're still getting these slices. So everything that happens in a forever loop is technically running in the same loop at the same time.
Well, and the other thing too is, and we don't really know what happens when it goes from blocks to code either, like in the JavaScript too. So there's another layer of like in that. I don't know how that's going. So anyway, point being,
this isn't really working. Yeah, and then you go to turbo mode and it's way too fast. I mean, this works great. I think what the secret is that this stuff here, like the way that we've tried to do this, is how we've done very small programs in Snap. But it feels like once you start adding this many items and lots of things that have to be happening off screen and trying to manage all that, we're running into this this limitation within Snap that is a little bit further than what we can actually maybe be able to do within Snap itself this way, using this method.
Yeah. So if we went to like a more centralized game loop, I guess so the stuff that is inside that forever loop would actually get attached to like a broadcast message, right? That's really what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
So then like on that the we have somewhere where we have like a processing sprite, right? The top level, or are we doing on the stage maybe?
We don't really have a top level. Stage would probably be the right space for it.
Right. So we would want to set something up there that had like a tick on it of, whatever we decide, because there is a timer on here that you can interrogate. And then and then
what do you mean by that? So let's think about how we would do that, right? So what I'm going to do is, let me collapse that for the moment. I want to take this whole thing and I want to put it separate so we can have this. We'll just have a single loop here that will kind of do the stuff that we want. Is there an easy way for me to just tell this to execute this piece of code here?
You'd have to drop it into like a block.
So do a block.
You have to make a subroutine out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure where to put that.
I think you do it down the bottom.
Well, no, I know that. I was just like, where to put it. Yeah, the type for it.
Setting a bunch of variables. You could put it probably into variables.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's say set up game. There we go. We'll just do set up game.
Yeah, because really it's like an init routine in like, the old school way of thinking about it.
Yep. So now I can just do this here.
You know what? I have to move my alien. It's right in the middle of our palette.
Oh. Yeah, mine's kind of just enough off the screen that it's not too bad. So should we do the forever loop here, or is there a way that's better? So here's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me back up. So I was thinking that what we should probably do is we should have a broadcast that would be
like a start.
Yeah, start game.
Right. You could even have a variable switch if you wanted to, and have like a while or until or something instead of a forever. I hear that. I've seen like forums that say that those process better in Scratch and Snap than the forever loop itself. Might be rumor. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? I did mean to this week, and I never got a chance to. I'm doing a side project right now for one of the guys on my darts league for a raffle that they're trying to do, because with everything going on, like, they're not able to do their normal event, which is actually at a place. So we're trying to do like a virtual version of it. So I didn't get a chance to take a look at it, but I did want to see what their code was generating underneath, because it's in GitHub. Like, so the Snap project is available to go and actually take a look at.
Right, so we could see what that is, what the difference would be in the processing and whatnot.
Yeah, okay. I think my concern with the reason I wanted to take a look at it was because when you say that, like, the question is the forever loop using a set timeout? And so it's just doing a set timeout 0, and it just has it going back up into that call, or is it actually just doing a do while true, and it's just a loop forever? Then the until wouldn't make a difference, because that's exactly the same thing, right?
Right.
So that would be that's kind of my thought on it, is that it wouldn't really actually affect it, because it would be exactly the same loop.
Right. Maybe. Potentially, maybe. Yeah, but being able to look at the code helps.
Yeah, exactly. So we could do the start game, and then here is where we can put our forever loop. And then we can actually even kind of control it here, right? So we could actually slow this down a little bit if we wanted to. I wasn't sure about whether we should do a broadcast and wait. I think we do.
Yeah, that will let everything go before it calls it again.
Yeah. Do we want to do this so in like normal game loops, you have an update. Well, we don't really have a render option here, because we don't have to worry about that. So we can just say frame update. We'll just call it. Because we don't have to worry about like processing input and stuff like that, because that stuff is already kind of happening all on its own.
Yeah, it's kind of wired into the platform.
Yeah, so now that we've got that.
So yeah, so now basically everything in the game,
except the adventurer. I think
that probably stays in the forever loop. Yeah,
I think we have to, because like if you look at this, like, oh, this thing is still running. Let me stop that. Like, I don't know.
I think we leave the adventurer for now.
Yeah. So let's I just want to see if there's anything in Green Dragon Forever. There is, actually. Interesting. Because it's kind of drawing dead and hiding and showing and stuff like that. That's why. Okay. So, alright, so let's try. Let's get rid of the forever altogether, and then we'll do when I receive frame update. I think what I should do is just drag this down onto there. And then we can put this there. Does the bat even have a forever? I didn't think it did. It does not. Cool. So we don't have to worry about it on the bat itself.
Just but the mover does, right?
Yeah, the mover definitely does. So here's where we want to take this. Pull this over to here.
It will be awesome if this does it, and it might.
I have to tell you, I would be blown away if it fixes it. But I'd love it. I'd just be blown away. So now, oh, we probably need to do it on here, right? Because this has got it forever.
Yeah. No forever there, huh?
No, it is down at the bottom.
Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I can't imagine how that's working.
I know, right? That's why I was like... We did it in the bat mover.
And the dragons.
So this has a repeat until. So...
So I guess that becomes an if. So if is winning equals false.
I don't even think we need it anymore because now we're gonna have.
Oh, we just won't call the.
Yeah, we can actually take this and put this on the stage, right? I'm gonna leave that there. I didn't mean that actually. I wasn't gonna actually get rid of it. Because now on the stage, we can actually do an if at the end of this, if that happens, what do we want it to do? And we send another message that says to the game, "Hey, restart."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm. So I think we're in pretty good shape if we do it that way. Now the only other things that are left are the keys, I believe.
Because they need to follow the holder.
Yeah. Do we want to try just these few that we've done so we don't have everything? See what happens?
I guess. I mean, I think what we're doing is superior anyway.
Do we?
Wow, that's not going good at all.
This went really the other direction.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Maybe it's that wait until, because everything's happening in serial, it made it worse. Or broadcast. What? You know where you do that?
I know. But I feel like if we don't, then things are going to be happening at all different times. Let's try it. Oh.
Either that or maybe we have to call like end script at the end of the ones we're running. I don't know. That didn't do nothing for us, right?
No, it does not seem to. Let's let me save this. Let me do save as on this actually. I want to save this Super Adventure with a loop. And I want to restart Chrome.
Yeah, and maybe it might be worth putting a little wait at the end of after the broadcast or something too.
Yeah, maybe it's happening too much.
Mm-hmm.
You did say there's a timer, so we might be able to.
You can, yeah, where you can decide how many ticks you want and then set it back to 0, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think what I was thinking about that would probably be beneficial is that if we say how many frames per second we actually want that loop to go, instead of just letting it go as fast as possible, which is what we're doing at the moment. It's going as fast as possible. I'm have to say though, I'm pretty happy that we were able to get this far before we ran into this problem.
Yeah.
Realistically. It was random for the aliens to whether they keep walking or turn around, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell. It was hard to like looking at it when it's small. Alright, so let's try getting this started. So it's a little bit faster now that we restarted it, but not much.
Not much.
Not much at all. That is amazing. So we were going to try putting in a wait here. Let's see if that'll help.
Right, inside that forever there.
Yeah, so we're going to do a wait, and we'll wait. Well, it has to be more than that. It has to be. We want it to be So if it's 6, let's just do 30 frames a second. And you take, you know what? Instead of trying to do that math in my head, I'm just going to do 1 divided by 30. So 0.033.
All right.
Let's try this again.
We get nothing for our trouble.
No.
What happens if we try and move the adventurer, just out of curiosity? Is it also terrible?
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Pretty bad.
Wow. We thought we could fix it with that. I wonder why.
Yeah, that went way the other way.
I did
not expect that.
What if we...
That did nothing.
All right. How about nothing?
What if you make that wait like much longer?
That warp is definitely not warping.
Yeah, actually, when I was reading about that, it was saying it's for like calculations so it does it at the expense of the UI.
Oh, yeah, we need the UI. So you're saying, like, what if I make this like a 1?
Well, a second's going to be too long. But what if you made it like a 0.1, which is pretty long?
Yeah, I mean, that's 10 frames a second.
You almost can't tell if we're getting... Like, that might just be the timer being so long.
Yeah, so the thing with the... Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, it may be doing the...
Move the guy, see if that's... That wouldn't be affected by the timer. And he's still slow.
Yeah, he still gets the herky jerkies. Huh. Wow, this is going to be a weak episode, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're like way far through it. I just started being heard, and everything's broken. This is not a good holiday episode, John. Is it really just that point towards... Is it really that terrible?
You mean when we had it the other way?
Just whatever. You'd assume it's still the same problem, right?
It's
like whatever's slowing it down.
It's definitely not the same problem because... So I don't know if you noticed. Like, so I had this on, right? See, boom, hits the if, and that's it. Can you see that on the stepping?
Yeah,
Here,
I can. I can see it.
And so, finish.
Yeah, but the gold dragon's the one that doesn't care what room you're in. But he's not running yet. We didn't turn him on yet.
We did not. Nothing's been turned on. The game's just starting over. So let's see if we start this again. I don't know what's happening here. The browser's kind of acting up a little bit. Like, I don't think this is causing that. I mean, this is just not even the move is slow. So it's like getting to this is taking a very long amount of time. My assumption would be is that this loop is really slow because even if we take that out, like, it doesn't change it.
No. It got like a little faster, but
I don't even know if we can measure it. You said there was a way to see a ticker.
Like a timer?
You were saying that, right? So you could see
how
many ticks?
So I think it's in sensing and it's like a bubble. I think that's where it is in Scratch anyway. Yeah, timer. There it is. It's right in the middle, and there's a reset timer block.
Yeah, the whole browser, everything is running really, really slow with the way that this is executing.
What could that be, man? That's crazy.
Now, what is this timer? Do you know?
I don't. Seconds? You mean? Yeah, those seconds. Are seconds. Yeah, but it does go to decimals. I think that decimal will even go out further.
Like if you're actually like reading the property.
Yeah, or if you stop it and look at it. Yeah, right. Or if you read it in no variable or whatever.
Yeah, I was wondering if here's what I wanted to try doing. Let's see. Let's maybe try to create a frame rate variable. So we can say so we're gonna get. So now I have a frame rate variable. What I need is I also need a frame count. So then I can set here.
So we're going to try and get a meter on this thing, huh?
Yeah, I think.
It's very ingenious, John. I'm impressed.
I want to see if this is a way that we can do this, right? Because what we can do is. So now we can count each frame. What we need to do then is we can take the frame rate. Actually, because we have the reset timer, we can actually just do it right from the whole thing. I don't know what that's going to look like. We may need to.
So you could just do reset timer and read the timer.
Yeah, because what we can do is set frame rate is going to be equal to the timer divided by the number of frames. So now we can do this, and we're going to take. You said that was in sensing, right? So there's the timer.
Yeah.
And then we're going to divide it by the frame count. Alright, so now we should be able to have the frame rate showing.
Yeah.
Let's turn off. The timer is turned off, so let's have the frame count here. The frame rate. Okay. See if this actually works.
It is, sorta.
Well, I mean, so what we're looking at here is our frame rate is like
under 20. So that's hundredths or tenths of a second, right?
Well, the timer. So if we add, maybe I'm doing this math wrong. Hold on a second. No, so this is less than. I think I got to reverse this.
The division, you mean?
Yeah, I think this needs to be like this. Because you want to say how many frames have I done per second?
Okay.
Because I was like, that doesn't look right. I was expecting to see around 4. All right.
There you go. That's what you wanted to see, right?
That's what I kind of that was my sense when I was looking at this, that it was about that. So this loop is happening like that. So now here's the question, right? So if we stop this and we go into the spots that we have. Actually, what I wanted to do, let's do this. Let's make it a new thing and say dummy.
Hey.
All right, let's change that. We'll change test. Test do nothing. I want to see if this broadcast does literally nothing. What do we get as that frame rate? So I would expect this to never go over 60. I'm assuming that they're doing something in here that is going to rate limit it to less than 60. And if it's not rate limiting it, then it would be Chrome that's going to rate limit it down to 60 frames a second. So
yeah. It looks like it's hovering right around 50 to 55.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So that's going to be, that's the best case scenario when the broadcast does nothing. What if we bring in one thing at a time?
And see what, yeah. I like that.
All right, so we're going to have to take all these off.
I could have just changed the message to your...
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so... Oh, it removed it. I was going to ask, I was wondering about how it was going to remove it.
Just came out of the list because nothing used it, huh?
Let's do frame update. Limited. So then that way we can put this on here. Let's try just doing this one.
So now this is with one in.
Yeah, so this is just with the green dragons checking, right? Now, so it's not doing anything. I wonder. Oh.
It's already a little drop though.
I'm feeling a little. I'm experiencing it in the motion of my adventurer.
It's weird. It's like ramping up, but slowly. Just weird. Now it's at about 30.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have some frame rate drops because the...
Yeah, it's doing something, right?
Yeah. But it's still interesting that it dropped from 55 down to 30.
Yeah, like nearly halved.
For an if statement. This is an if statement.
It is.
Why for one message?
Is it even running the code inside that if statement, or is it just...
No, it's just the if
just
statement.
Dumping out. It's literally just for the sprite to receive it. Man.
Just restarted it. What if I do this?
All right, so it's still at 30.
Well, no, hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, restart it. Coming up.
Yeah. Let's get it up there, and then I'm going to attach the block and see what that does. That should be fun. So now we're like 47.
It's going down. Look how it comes down, like over time too.
Well, like it should come down over time because this is actually an average of the frame rate for the entire application.
Oh, because of the way that math is happening.
Yeah.
So it does. Okay.
Yeah. So what we could do to improve that, so it's not going to be like as it'll be a little bit more.
Do like a reset periodically.
Yeah. So we could either do it periodically, or we could just do it every frame, right? So we could do a not every frame, but trying to think of what the right answer is to that. What if we do it every
the last
second?
10 or something.
We
yeah.
do it every second, right? So what we can do is, in the variable we can capture.
Yeah. When the last run was. Do that little math.
Let's say.
I mean, if we're going to reset the timer, you could even just say if timer greater than, then reset it at the end.
Oh yeah. You know what? That's good. I forgot that we could actually reset the timer. I'm used to game loops that the timer is a fixed rate, like fixed.
Right.
Variable.
So you would have to capture what it is, and that's essentially your reset.
Yeah, and so that's what I was trying to do. Is I was trying to capture the variable. Right. So then we can just do a thing in here. We can just say if say if timer is greater than. We'll do it every 2 seconds. Then we can reset timer.
And you probably, I was going to say you would do that too.
Yeah.
But man.
I sometimes think I know. There we go. So that might give us. So the other thing I wanted to do is I want to actually turn off, like, so we don't see, I want to see frame rate, but I want to see frame count. Wow, that is up and down.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm kind of surprised it's going over 60, but I guess it's not limiting as much as I thought it would be. Oh, infinity.
Probably did a division by 0 or something.
It did do a division by 0, but I meant that it went through that loop instantly. Because for that to have been a divide by 0, that meant that this had to be 0 when it got to here.
Yeah. What's up with that?
So reset got to here in 0 seconds. I think that's interesting. Unless the reset timer actually takes a while to reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's
right.
not instantaneous like when it resets it.
Right, and it's probably like runs on async, so it was able to come back through.
That would be my guess. I mean, I'm not sure, but I am surprised that change this down to put that into the loop, and it's ridiculous. So let me see if we add.
That's crazy.
Another one to it.
It's crazy. It's that impactful.
I thought Snap people were doing these kind of loops. Did we misunderstand what it is that they're doing?
I know. Well, I mean, Scratch processes better than Snap. Like, that's why a lot of the kids are like, I want to go back to Scratch, because you run into this pretty quick. But still, man, like, what's going on? Because you have to have loops, like it's if you're making games, you need these tight loops happening.
Well, what's crazy is why is this actually slower than the Forever
That is
loops?
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy too, because I haven't had that experience in Scratch either. Like, I do it kind of a lot because it's sort of easier. Like, if you have like scrollers, you need to kind of orchestrate how everything processes so that everything moves at the same time. So I've done it quite a bit, but not in Snap. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I'm like, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm surprised.
Yeah, when I did the Geometry Dash game, like depending on when I ran it, I would get very different results. Sometimes in Snap, yeah. So when I did it in Snap, like I would run it, and sometimes it'd be like flying. I'd be playing the game, and it was just like it was supposed to be. And then either after time it would grind down, or just other times I would go to run it, and it would glitch out, and the things, because there was a lot of timer stuff going on in there, it would bunch up the enemies that came because the timers would run irregularly.
Yeah.
It is 10 o'clock though, John.
Yeah, I know.
Keep an eye on that. I know you got stuff to do.
I got to get going. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do today. Oh man, I'm bummed out that we went through all that and we still didn't get the improvement that we were looking for.
Yeah, we might have to do a little off-stream research on this one, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Or on-stream research, but not on Saturday, because this is where we kind of want to be doing that, actually getting this working.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to.
We may have to move on to another game for a bit.
Well, I'll tell you, I was kind of loving the phaser with the aliens, so maybe.
Oh, the phaser with the aliens. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe we could do something in phaser, and then we know that works.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that it's not the platform that's going to be the problem. It's going to be us.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but maybe we can get this working. Maybe there's a trick.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it this week and see. All right, Pete. All right. It's always been fun. It's always fun.
Yeah.
And we've got, got a weekend ahead of us. Got the 4th of July.
Yeah. So. If I'm hanging around tomorrow morning and not doing nothing, maybe I'll hit you up. We'll do a little bonus stream or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Here, let's do an invade.
Oh yeah, we can actually both do it, right?
Yeah. We go a little crazy. Bunch of fireworks. Bunch of aliens.
Woo!
It's funny. It's like I can only see a little tiny window version of it, so I can't tell if it's got all the names over it. I can see that it's got them, but that's so crazy. Awesome.
Oh, that's cool. And there comes my fireworks. All right, I guess that is that.
Yeah, that'll be a wrap. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you shortly.